Abuja was known for so many things, especially countless number of young, fine rich men who never seemed to have a job but always had money to spend. When you step outside, you will see them everywhere leaning back in bars, sipping chilled drinks with their gold chains glittering under the sun. Their colognes so strong that one whiff could make you dizzy, and the designer outfits are always spotless, as if they had personal dry cleaners hiding in their pockets. However, just like it is hard to tell fake gold from real gold, it is hard to tell a truly rich man from a packaging rich man in the city of Abuja. And this is exactly what Joaquin, a determined young man with questionable ambitions, planned to capitalize on. Joaquin had recently moved to Abuja from a small fishing village. A tall, caramel-skinned and dangerously handsome young man, I must say. His lips had the perfect pink teeth that made women sigh. And when he smiled, oh la la la, women would be blushing like they've seen the man of their dreams. He had come to Abuja to chase destiny. But unlike others who came to start businesses or get jobs, Joaquin had a different business model in mind. He stayed with his childhood friend Shedrack, who had moved to the city years earlier and was now working in a construction company. Shedrack had a steady job, a small apartment, a decent car, and something Joaquin considered completely unnecessary, which is his alarm clock. The first morning after Joaquin arrived, the alarm clock rang at 5 a.m. "Who is that?" he mumbled from the soft mattress. Shedrack stood up stretching. "That's my alarm. I have to get ready for work." Joaquin turned over lazily. "Work? In this age and time? Guy, you dey try you." Shedrack ignored him completely, dressed up and left for the day. But as the days passed, he realized something disturbing. No matter how early he left or how late he returned, Joaquin was always on the bed. The only time he moved was to take a shower, spray expensive perfume, and go out in the evening with Shedrack's car to an unknown destination. One evening, Shedrack decided to confront him. "Joe, what exactly is your plan?" Joaquin stretched and yawned. "You worry too much, my guy. You know, I am a man of vision. I have my own plans. I mean, very big plan." "What plan exactly?" Shedrack asked with all seriousness. "I have studied Abuja well, even before I came here, my brother. Have you noticed something? Young rich men here don't work. They don't even enter keke or boats, my brother. They don't stress, and you will never see them looking tired." Shedrack folded his arms and then he asked, "What are you insinuating?" I have decided, my brother, to become a professional fine boy entrepreneur." Shedrack almost choked. "You have decided to become what?" "A professional fine boy entrepreneur. BFBE for short," Joaquin repeated confidently. "You know how people use their natural talents to make money. Some people can sing, some can draw, some are good with numbers. But me, Joaquin, I am fine, and my handsomeness must pay me." Shedrack stared at him. "So you don't want a job? You just want to use your fine face to generate income?" Joaquin nodded proudly. "That's the right description. Why stress myself when God has already given me a business opportunity on my face? Just watch. Very soon, you will see results." And just like that, Joaquin's career as a professional fine boy entrepreneur began. On a Tuesday, Shedrack had a long day at work. The sun was merciless. His supervisor was extra annoying. And to top it up, his colleague had borrowed his pen and never returned it. He just wanted to get home, eat some good food, and sleep like a responsible adult. But when he returned home, He met Joaquin sprawled across the bed, sleeping like a newborn baby who had just finished drinking pap. Shadrach stood there for a full minute staring at him. Then he shouted, "Joaquin, wake up!" Joaquin stared, rubbed his eyes and yawned lazily. "Ah, Shadrach, you don't come back?" Shadrach folded his arms. "Yes, I don't come back. But before I remove my shoes, explain something to me. Why do you derive joy sleeping when your mates are walking?" Joaquin smiled, a big, proud, "I have arrived" smile. "My dear, I am walking too. Oh. Just that my working hour is different from yours. Sometimes impromptu 10 to 15 minutes. But one good thing is that it is more lucrative than your 7 to 5 job." Shadrach was seconds away from committing violence, but he controlled himself. "Joaquin, you had better start talking," he said. Joe sat up properly and stretched. "Don't rush. Big men like me are never in a rush." Then Shadrach burst into laughter, a hysterical and tear-inducing laughter. "Joe, abeg, don't kill me. You broke fine boy, now a big man." "My brother, I have arrived oh. It is safe to call me Chief Joaquin, #1 financial investor." Shadrach sat down slowly. "Okay, let's assume I believe this madness of your big man talk. Who made you one?" Joaquin adjusted his shirt. "I now have a madam that I will be scratching very well." Shadrach leaned in, whispering now. "Madam? From where, I beg?" Joaquin laughed. "My brother, now you the dull oh. You see this country money? E long, and I'm only trying to make sure that I eat my portion of the national cake. No be Abuja again." Shadrach looked even more confused. "Joaquin, are you doing Yahoo now?" He hissed. "God forbid. I simply want to utilize what my Father in heaven has given me to secure a spot in the heart of many madams in the city." Shadrach's head was already spinning. Wait. You mean sugar mommy?" Joaquin nodded proudly. "Yes, but I call it my investment though. Just today, oh, see fine designers. See expensive perfumes and then dolls. My brother, dollars. Oh." Shadrach was shocked. "So you have decided to sell your soul because of money?" Joaquin grinned. How can you be thinking like a poor man? I am here singing investments and all you are seeing is selling my soul? Come on, wake up." Shadrach almost fainted. "Investment? How is this an investment? Make me understand like a daycare child." Joaquin waved him off. "Just calm down. Calm down, my dear friend. Big men don't rush. I have plans, and very soon you will see results, and then you will agree with me that I'm into investments." As he spoke, his phone beeped. He checked the screen. It was a message from the said madam. Joaquin hissed. "Rubbish! See the way she's commanding me to meet her somewhere. Na condition make crayfish bend though. If not, what is this old Abuja that I can't buy?" Shadrach slowly stood up and walked out of the house. He needed fresh air. This was no longer an ordinary problem. This was beginning to look like madness. 30 minutes later, Joaquin stood in the middle of a luxurious room sweating like an akara on hot oil. Everything smelled expensive, the kind of scent that whispered, "You don't belong here." He looked around. Everything golden. Velvet curtains, wine glasses taller than his future. He swallowed. Am I dreaming? He touched the table. It was real. He touched the chair. It was real. He pinched himself and he felt pain. Okay, he told himself, this is reality and not a dream. Just then, the door creaked. Joachim turned sharply. His heart pounded. He adjusted his shirt. He needed to maintain professional fine boy energy. Then he saw her. The woman smiled, her gold tooth shining like the full moon. Ah, my sugar boy, I've been waiting for you. You know, I like you so much. When I saw you for the first time, I said to myself, this one has potential. This one is a happening guy and I must get him for myself. Joaquin's chest swelled with pride. See as success was just locating him effortlessly. The woman continued, I was carried away with your beauty and I forgot to ask you important questions. Tell me, what do you do for a living? Joaquin cleared his throat. As it was time to deliver his speech, he relaxed into the chair and smiled confidently. Ma. No, the woman corrected immediately. When we are alone, I am sugar girl. But when you see people around like my driver and distinguished colleagues, and most importantly my husband, you use ma in capital letters. Understood? Joaquin nodded. So tell me, what do you do? Yes, sugar girl. I am into premium investments, Joaquin replied. The woman's eyes lit up. Ah, I love that. Very good business. So tell me, what exactly do you invest in? Joaquin crossed his legs. Don't forget, in his mind, he is a big man, so he had to sit like one. I invest in potentials, he replied. The woman frowned. Potentials? What kind of potential, if I may ask? Joaquin's brain started working overtime. He had not planned for deep questioning. Then an idea struck him. He leaned forward and whispered like he was sharing $1 million secret. Sugar girl, I invest in people. The woman gasped. That's more like sourcing for human resources, right? Joe nodded immediately. Yes, that is it. And then he offered a prayer of thanksgiving in his mind. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for delivering me from this trap because it be done red. Oh. Before the woman would ask another question, he swept her off her feet and then they located the bed. For the first time, Joaquin truly believed in his own lie. He could feel it that success was near. As they got to Shedra's house later that night, he locked the door twice, then pushed the chair against it, just in case. His heartbeat was still doing high jump. He wiped the sweat from his forehead. He needed holy water urgently. Just then, Shadrach looked up from the couch. Joe, why do you look like you just fought a lion and lost? Joaquin collapsed into a chair, clutching his chest. My guy, this life is deep, oh. Shadrach laughed. Yes, life is deep, but your own life is deeper. What happened? Joaquin took a deep breath and then he explained how he almost lost his sugar mommy. Shadrach had a good laugh and still advised him as a good friend will. Meanwhile, he noticed the package in Joaquin's hand. It was a thank you for coming package. Wait, what's inside that package? He asked. Joaquin unwrapped it and then he froze. Shadrach leaned forward. What is it? He asked again. Joaquin's hands began to shake because inside the package was an iPhone. Not just Kwekwe iPhone, but iPhone 16 and 4 million naira in cash. There was a long silence in the room before Shadrach whispered, I thought we all are in this Tinubu regime together. Money that will be enough for someone to start up a business. Money that will be enough to pay somebody's hospital bill and give the person another chance of life. Money that will be enough for someone to learn a trade. Money that will make someone leap for joy because it will cover a business plan and wipe out hunger from a generation is what a woman old enough to be a mother is lavishing on a young guy just because of hot rights, monkey shadows, and the rest. Chai. Indeed, on the judgment day, God will not have mercy at all. This na free money now. People like us will wake up early every day by 5 a.m. 5 a.m. on the dot. Yet, 6 months safe, we never touch this kind of amount of money. This life no balance at all. Joaquin quickly covered the money with his hands like someone protecting exam answers. Shadrach, respect yourself, oh. You think this is free money, eh? This is terms and conditions apply money. Shadrach swallowed hard and stared at the iPhone. My brother, let's be realistic. You self don't upgrade, oh. But can't you just block her everywhere and use the dollars and this 4 million naira to start up your life? Joaquin sighed. You think these people were that simple? My brother, this is Abuja. Oh. If I collect this morning and disappear, next thing, Viam, you will see my face on Twitter with a caption. Have you seen this man? Call the nearest police station. Shedra burst into laughter. This one a lifetime cage now? Joaquin shook his head. No, my destiny is not to be caged. I have my set out plans now. I am just taking this operation to the next level. Watch out and see. The next day, Joaquin stepped into an elite restaurant looking like a whole billionaire's son. He had sprayed one full bottle of expensive perfume on himself. Even the air around him smelt like morning. He had a target this time. Not just a rich woman, but someone within his age bracket. Within minutes, he spotted her sitting alone elegantly. She was young, beautiful, and looked like she had 5 houses in Asokoro. He took a deep breath because it was showtime. He walked up to her table and smiled. Excuse me, beautiful. May I sit? The woman looked up, inhaled his perfume and froze. Oh my God. She grabbed his hand. What is this perfume? You smell like a president. Joaquin smiled because his ego has been massaged. He then garnished it up with a beautiful lie. It's just something I picked up from Paris last week. She blinked in admiration. You have been to Paris? Joaquin cleared his throat. Of course, yes. Many times. She giggled. Wow. Please sit. As he sat down, he adjusted his shirt and turned on his sweet talking skills. In 2 minutes, the woman was already blushing like a secondary school girl who just heard I love you for the first time. Joaquin leaned in. So tell me, what's a beautiful lady like you doing here alone? Your man should be here spoiling you with gifts. She sighed dramatically. Men these days don't know how to treat a lady. Joaquin shook his head. That's unacceptable. If I were your man, I would fly you to the Maldives for breakfast and take you shopping and lunch in Dubai. The woman almost fainted. Oh my God! have you been? Joaquin chuckled. Right here, baby girl, waiting for you. Just as he was about to seal the deal, something happened. A shadow loomed over the table. A deep voice said, Sweetheart, who is this? Joaquin froze. He slowly turned his head and saw a giant man built like a wrestler, veins on his neck, muscles everywhere. His entire body looked like an angry tree. The woman jumped up. Oh, honey, you are here? Did I just hear honey? Joaquin asked within himself. His soul almost left his body. The man cracked his knuckles. You, stand up. Joaquin stood up immediately. The man growled. You were saying something about taking my wife to the Maldives. Joaquin swallowed air. Shadrach was right. Maybe this business isn't for me after all. Oh God, may I live here alive. He could feel the giant man's eyes drilling holes into his forehead. The restaurant was suddenly too small. The walls were closing in. The music playing in the background sounded like a funeral march. The man folded his arms. You were saying something about motives, Mr. Man. Joaquin forced a dry smile. Oga. Motives? No. I said, Madam, you deserve to go to the market to buy leaves. I mean vegetables because healthy eating is important. The man raised an eyebrow. Really? Joaquin nodded so fast, he almost broke his neck. The woman who had been blushing just seconds ago suddenly became busy eating her food. The man wasn't convinced. So, you are part of those young men pretending to be rich, deceiving women everywhere in the city of Abuja? Joaquin gasped like he was deeply offended. Me? Oga. Look at me very well now. I am a businessman. The man leaned forward. Businessman in what? His brain began to scramble for ideas again. Then he spotted something on the table, a tissue paper. He straightened his back and announced, I am into tissue business, sir. I am the CEO of Tissue World Enterprise. The whole restaurant seemed to pause for a second. Then the man burst into laughter, a deep, earth-shaking laugh. Joaquin wasn't sure if it was a good or bad thing. Then the man slapped his back so hard, he so nearly left his body. Tissue business? You are a funny guy. Joaquin laughed too, but mostly in relief. Oga, life is too short to be serious all the time. The man nodded, finally losing up. I like you, but hey, stay away from my wife. Joaquin agreed immediately. Sir, say no more. I am already gone. And just like that, he lived to see another day. 2 days later, he was sitting in his shared apartment, stretching like a king. He was deep in thought. Maybe this business isn't for me. Then his phone beeped. A message from the sugar girl. She has sent a ticket of a luxury vacation business class. Joaquin sat up so fast, he nearly broke his spine. He stared at the ticket. He stared at the price. He stared at his reflection in the mirror. Shadrach walked in at that moment and saw the excitement on Joaquin's face. What is it? He asked, and Joaquin stretched out his phone to him. Don't tell me you bought this ticket with your own money. Joaquin looked at him like he just said the sky was green. Who dash monkey banana? Now the old woman arrange everything for me now. She is my only client and investment for now. Shedra squinted. Client? Investment? Yes, so I am just praying that I have like 2 or 3 more like this who will be willing to pamper me. If I save like 50 million naira, guy, I will just relocate, trash my SIM card, and then log out of all social media and then start a new life and settle down with one innocent girl that will bear innocent children for me. Shadrach shook his head. This is not life, my friend, and I can tell you that nothing good will come out of this lifestyle. Joaquin started laughing. Nothing good will come out of this? Do you know how much I've made from this woman? Guy, na designers I dey wear now and my perfume stay on my clothes till infinity because it's not like all this air freshness you use. I am going on a vacation. My guy, na business class I dey fly you. And you say nothing good will come out of this lifestyle? Ta! I command your eyes to be opened because it be like say you know they see again. I am now the CEO of Unlimited Enjoyment. Shadrach just became speechless. My friend, you are finished. Days later, Joaquin jumped on the plane with his woman heading for their luxurious vacation. The enjoyment was elite. Breakfast in bed, massages on the beach, first-class treatment, and what have you. The woman was spoiling him silly. There was only one problem. She loved taking pictures, but Joaquin hated it. Each time the woman tried to snap a selfie with him, he would dodge faster than a rat avoiding his slippers. After 3 days, the woman became suspicious. Babe, why don't you ever want to be in pictures with me? Joaquin, on his part, had the perfect lie ready. He sighed deeply and rubbed his forehead like a man carrying the weight of the world. It is for your safety, my darling. Your husband can pick your phone at any time. You know men now. We can do FBI jobs when it comes to our woman. The woman gasped in admiration. She had never thought of this. Wow, babe, thank you. She was fully convinced. From that day, she stopped trying to take pictures with him. Joaquin felt safe. After returning from the vacation, he loved the experience, but he wasn't satisfied. He wanted more. He wanted the streets to continue, at least touring the world once in 2 months, with all expenses taken care of by willing rich women. So he set out on a new mission. A new mission of finding another rich woman. And this time, he was determined like Delilah. Luckily for him, he met Mitchell, and that was when he knew that he had hit the jackpot. Mitchell was not just rich, she was wealthy in capital letters, the type of woman whose money had grandchildren. When she invited him to her house, Joaquin nearly fainted. Everything was controlled by voice command. Lights on, the house obeyed. TV on, the house obeyed. Curtains open, the house obeyed. And then he prayed silently. God, I beg, don't let me disgrace myself here. There is money and there is money. He forced himself to act normal. Wow, Mitchell, your house is beautiful. Thank you, she said, smiling. But this is just one of them. For the first time in Joaquin's life, he realized that he had been thinking too small and he needed to upgrade. He had just been eating women's money. This time, he needed to start owing things with what his eyes is seeing. So a new plan emerged. That night, he couldn't sleep. He had to secure Mitchell. This wasn't just about love. This was about the future. So he changed strategy. Before, he was only spinning women's head. Now he needed to invest as an investor, but this time investing in Mitchell's emotions. So he started acting like a focused businessman. Whenever they talked, he would say things like, "Babe, I have been thinking about some property investments. You know, I don't just want to make money. I want to create generational wealth." Mitchell was impressed. She thought she had finally found a man who understood her vision. She started giving him business advice. She even introduced him to some of her business partners. Joachim felt like a demigod. One day, Michelle called Joachim for a surprise. She said, "Babe, I have been thinking. You are so smart and ambitious. I want to invest in you." Joachim's heart did a somersault. The only thing his mind was saying was, "Jackpot." He rubbed his hands together. "Wow, babe. I don't even know what to say. I am honored." Michelle smiled. "I have set up a meeting with my team. You are going to present your business proposal to them tomorrow." Here, Joachim froze. "Proposal? Team? Which business, I beg?" This was not part of the plan. He has no business whatsoever. His only business was collecting money from women. That night, he was sweating even under an AC. How will he create a business proposal overnight? He considered running away, but he couldn't let go of the money. Then he had a brilliant and stupid idea. "I go run am," he told himself. The next day, he arrived at the meeting shaking like a chicken in front of Christmas rice. Mitchell and her team were looking all serious. They wore suits with laptops and charts in front of them. Everything looked professional. Joachim cleared his throat. "Good afternoon, ladies and gents. My business idea is a company that helps people buy houses with less stress." There was a great silence, with the serious-minded people throwing glances at each other like, "Is this one drunk?" One of the investors raised his hand. "How exactly will this work?" Joachim scratched his head. Well, people will just bring money and then we give them house or houses, as the case may be." Another great silence. Obviously, he was a bunch of unseriousness. Mitchell frowned. "Joachim, where is your business plan?" He smiled nervously. "Babe, my business is different. I don't believe in plans. I believe in action." Mitchell's face changed. "Joachim, this is a serious business. You mean to tell me you don't even have a proposal?" Here, Joachim was completely finished. He had flopped big time. The serious-minded people who understood what business is and that time is money took their leave one after the other. After that incident, Mitchell stopped replying to his text messages and she completely ignored his calls. One day, he went to her house and her security threw him out like a thief. He got home devastated, and that was when his real problem started. He read online that his sugar mommy suddenly collapsed during a political meeting and passed on. He dropped his phone like an expired bread and cried like a baby. He had practically lost everything. Shadrach returned home from work. He saw his friend lying on the floor, looking like life had beaten him with a stick. "My brother, what happened?" he asked. Joachim sighed. "This life is not fair. Oh. My village people, they have won. Just when my lines are beginning to fall in pleasant places, they scattered everything. This is wickedness in the highest order. Shadrach shook his head, understanding his complaints. I saw the news too, he said. I warned you, but no. You wanted to be the Rich Women's Association chairman. You see your life? You are now nagging like a pregnant woman who had been deprived of her cravings. So what will you do now? Joachim looked up and whispered, My brother, I think I need a job. Shadrach laughed so hard he couldn't believe his ears that the master planner, the investor himself, and the most handsome of all had finally agreed to work. You say waiting? He asked, trying to be sure he heard him right. My brother, I beg accept me like your prodigal friend. I said I need a job. He was lucky to be offered a job in Shadrach's office. He turned a new leaf, but Shadrach never stopped making jest of him. Then, when he was ready to settle down maritally, all he got from 3 different ladies at different times was a straight heartbreaking no, with the excuse of them not being emotionally ready for marriage. But when he was spending on them, they all spent his money without pity. He then realized that karma had no menu, and life has a way of bringing back to you exactly what you have dished out. Hey, African Tales by Karma Tribe, how are you all doing? For me, I am doing just fine. I would like to end the story with this. Having a fine face as a guy or as a lady is no job. So stand up and go get something to do. And together, let's make this world a better place. Kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And let me read your thoughts about the story in the comment section. If you love what Karma is doing and you wish to support me, kindly use the link on my bio or the link on the description of this video to buy me coffee. You can as well buy me a super thanks. Until I bring another interesting story your way, it is a goodbye from here and God bless you.